So, where are you originally from?
Wisconsin.
Okay. How do you end up in Florida?
That's a bit of a story.
All right.
I've been down here 4 different times. Like, you know, in the winter I would come down so I wouldn't be cold. And then COVID happened and there was no more work. I did a lot of temporary job work, you know, and nobody wanted anybody because of COVID. So I did what I had to and sold most of my stuff, my vehicle, everything, and ended up like this.
So when you used to come to Florida before, you were like a snowbird?
Yeah, I drove. I'd catch work down here through people ready.
So back then you had a place to stay?
Well, I'd stay at a hotel.
Okay.
You know, pay by the week. It was a lot cheaper.
Gotcha. So obviously right now you're on the streets.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. How does that journey start of being housed to not having a place that's a house to live?
Little by little.
Okay.
You slowly just keep losing things, you know, or having to give it up, or this doesn't work anymore, that doesn't work anymore, and there's nothing you can do. I mean, you have to stay alive. I'm not going to lay down and die, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure other people have more interesting stories, you know? We've all made mistakes. I used to be a terrible alcoholic.
Okay.
That didn't help matters.
Yeah. So, what was it like the first time you saw yourself on the streets? I mean, what were you feeling, what you were going through?
Honestly, when I was younger, we lost our dairy farm.
Okay.
And I ended up going to the city to live in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And I thought it was fun because everybody just camped out and partied.
Wow.
I was a dumb kid.
Yeah.
You know?
Kids aren't usually that smart.
No.
Gotcha. So you grew up on a dairy farm, basically?
I did.
Cool. I mean, what's that like up there? I mean, living in rural Wisconsin.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The people are wonderful, you know. There's just no money in it. All the farms where I grew up, all the barns and sheds are gone, and the houses are sided, and there's like playgrounds in the front for kids, and you know, there's just no money in it anymore. The small farmer got pushed out. So
like bigger corporations?
Bigger farms,
bigger
too.
farms?
They're milking perpetually. They never stop milking cows.
Yeah.
Day and night.
You had 5,000 cows and you had maybe 100 or something?
120, pretty much.
So the bigger farms pushed out the little farms and destroyed basically what was a lifestyle, you could call it.
It was a nice lifestyle.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get off the farm when I was a kid to see what was out there. But now I sure wish we had the farm. I'd go milk cows right now, shovel manure. I'd be perfectly happy to do that.
Yeah. So you were living like a almost semi-Amish lifestyle back then?
Yeah, I don't know. We had some Mennonites up by us, but they could have farm equipment. Yeah. You know, and electricity.
I saw, when I went to Wisconsin, I saw for the first time I ever saw Amish was in Wisconsin.
No, the black buggies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are Mennonite, too. It's an offshoot of Amish.
Yeah.
They're more technical. They can have tractors and things like that for the farm.
Yeah.
But they can't. They still have to ride in the buggies. And
yeah. We have an Amish community here in Sarasota.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't been to Sarasota yet.
Oh, yeah. How long have you been in Bradenton?
Just about 6 months.
Just about 6 months?
6 days before Christmas Eve.
Oh, dude, you got to check it out. I mean, they're gone now in the winter. They leave, kind of. But they leave in the winter time.
The snowbirds?
I mean, in the summer now.
Oh, the Amish.
The Amish. But in Sarasota, there's a place called Pinecraft.
Okay.
And it's like an entire neighborhood. It's nothing but Amish and Mennonites.
Really?
Yeah. Now in the summertime, you don't see too many. But in the winter, it's like packed.
They're smart, and they left and went up where it was cooler. If I could afford to, I would. I'd go up to Illinois and try and work, you know, and get enough money to get back in the hotel.
Gotcha.
That's where I was last year. We got up to Rockford, Illinois.
I've been up that way.
I went to see my mom. She's in Franklin, Wisconsin, South Milwaukee.
Gotcha.
She's in a nursing home.
Gotcha.
And I went to see her, and I stayed in Rockford and worked at the gas station. Made enough money to stay in a hotel 3 to 4 days a week.
People in Wisconsin drink a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's culture up there.
Grew up drinking like that.
Yeah.
I just turned out to be an alcoholic.
Okay.
You know, I mean, that's in my genes. I just didn't know. I always thought I had a high tolerance.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
It's because I was an alcoholic.
But you're not completely junked out like a lot of homeless people. You're not completely like
no,
engulfed in addiction.
I could have been. I mean, I was really bad with the drinking and the popping Xanax, you know, on painkillers.
Because you know, here in Bradenton, it's bad here. like the addiction problem here in this area, it's really bad. Like a lot of people, when they end up on the streets,
Yeah.
they just spiral out of control.
Oh, I
Especially
know.
the younger kids.
That's what happened to my eye.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, I was in a program downtown
Yeah.
at Salvation Army. I'd saved enough money to get in there. They charge $15 a day.
Yep, they do.
And I got in there. I was there for a month, and
They fight a lot.
well, I was getting getting employment and everything. Everything was getting set up. I got my ID again and my social security card, and I went out, and there's a bar called the Gator Lounge, and I went.
Oh, I've been there.
I had a couple pictures.
Yeah.
And I was walking back. I had to be back by 10
Yes,
to get
you
into
do,
the
yeah.
Salvation Army. And I heard something behind me. I turned, and someone clocked me in the head with a pipe.
Oh crap.
As I was starting to go down,
Yeah.
I heard some lady yell like out of my right ear
Yeah.
over this way, and then that's all I remember.
Did they rob you? Or
They
just
were
a fight?
gonna, but she chased them off.
Oh wow.
I only had $2 in my wallet, but I just got my ID again,
Yeah.
and my social security card.
Yeah.
And so now I'm in the hospital. I wake up going through that weird machine that's got the circle thing on it.
Yeah.
They do make sure I didn't have brain damage or nothing. I was already stapled up and all that.
Wow.
They took me back to the Salvation Army about 3 in the morning, and I got kicked out the next day.
Yeah. If they think you're out partying and drinking, they're gonna kick you out.
Yeah, they asked me, and I told them I wasn't going to lie.
Gotcha.
I might be a lot of things. A liar ain't one of them.
Gotcha.
So I said, yeah, I went and had a couple pictures,
Yeah.
and that was that.
Gotcha.
So then I came back out here where it was safe.
Yeah.
The police haven't called me. That nobody's.
Yeah. So this is more suburban where you are now.
It's a very ritzy area, actually.
Ritzy, yeah.
But people aren't very kind. They don't want people like me out here.
No, yeah. I mean, they pay a lot of. They think I live in this area,
Yeah.
and yet they pay a lot of money to live here. So when they see a homeless person, it kind of takes them like
Yeah.
they feel like they live in a neighborhood that's above that.
Yeah, very few people stop and help.
Yeah.
I made $1. I've been out there for almost 2 hours. I made $1,
Wow.
and then I met you.
Yeah.
So it's been a day.
Wow.
And you got to figure out. You got to go do
It's
laundry.
hot.
You have to go 2 buses, about an hour and 20 minutes, just to get to Coquina Beach to go swim, to
Yeah.
not be dirty.
Oh, so you figure that part out.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
a lot of homeless people are too lazy to do that. Like I always thought, if I was homeless here, I would ride the bus to the beach and bathe in the beach.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It's free.
But it takes all day. If I got to stand out there for 4 hours just to make $20, just so I get some food in me,
Yeah.
and a couple beers, so I don't get the shakes.
Yeah.
I got to have a beer or two before I can
Yeah. I got
eat
you.
anything, or it's not going to stay down.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't drink the hard liquor anymore.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's time consuming. You're dictated by the bus, to
But
go
you do
anywhere.
make the effort to get to the beach to shower.
I'm going today. Get a cigarette.
Yeah,
real
no
quick.
problem.
My first one when I came here said, need work, hungry. God bless. I thought I'd get a job right away. It's
Yeah.
a little worse for wear right now.
Yeah. Right there.
I get yelled at,
Oh, they yell at you too?
Oh yeah, tell you get a job, you bum, and stuff like that. But nobody's.
Which is interesting because they don't know if you have mental health. They don't know.
Well, I'm technically disabled.
Yeah.
I was given disability in 2016 in Fremont, Nebraska. It took me 90 days to get in front of the judge.
Yeah.
Finally get up there with my caseworker.
Yeah.
And the judge, agreed to $901 a month. But by signing the paper, you're making an agreement with the federal government that you can't get any increases until you're 70. If I would have signed that, I'd be same situation now, but I'd be getting $901 a month. But no increases, I couldn't even pay rent. So I'd be homeless.
Yeah.
And then I'm stuck being disabled. I mean, I am not limp enough, but that's all right. I said no, thank you, and left.
Gotcha. So what was your childhood like in Wisconsin?
I had a wonderful childhood. I was
Yeah.
just, got into trouble all the time because of the alcoholism.
At what age did you start drinking up there?
14.
14. Is that normal in a rural place up there? Or?
Oh, everybody partied, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of moonshine stills up there. People don't think Wisconsin and moonshine. There is a lot of stills up there.
That sounds more like West Virginia, but
Wisconsin's got nice clean water and
good corn.
Good corn. Yeah. So I was drinking that and doing stuff with my uncle, hanging out and partying. He was only 7 years older than my mom's younger brother.
Yeah.
And so I'd go up there for the summer, vacation from school and work for free on the farm, but drink all his beer, smoke all his weed. It was a good life, worked hard, was, taught the value of a dollar, I just been fighting addiction my whole life. You know, sometimes I had a good life going, and then I'd mess it up. I messed up a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's good that you at least are able to say that, because a lot of people, they struggle with the notion of admitting addiction.
Oh no, I have a very addictive personality. I just don't do that stuff anymore. I take Lexapro for my condition.
Yeah.
I used to take Xanax, and that just made me want to party. And then I'd start taking too many Xanax, you know, and it just was a problem. So when I got off the hard liquor.
Have you tried any hobbies like fishing?
When I can. My fishing poles are, well, they were at the Salvation Army. I couldn't carry all that when they kicked me out.
Yeah.
So I left everything.
All right.
I do like fishing.
Maybe next time I'll see you, I'll throw some fishing poles at you or something.
Sweet. I had a wicked collapsible dial. It was real nice. You could bend it in half.
Yeah.
I just don't know the fish here. I've not done ocean fishing.
There's a lot of bass.
Yeah, I've seen those, but I mean
bass.
the other weird fish. I mean, everything's saltwatery, you know. So I don't know.
You need a cast net for the ocean.
I've seen people using them. I've never done one.
So what you want to do is you get a cast net, and there's little things called shiners, like little. We call them moharas, but they're little shiners, you know. For like, you might know as a shiner up north.
Yeah.
You catch those on the shore. Yeah, you get bait fish.
Yeah.
And then you throw it out there, and you get the big fish. But
we use perch.
Perch, yeah. Sand perches. We call them sand perches. Yeah.
Catfish love perch. You catch them, cut them in half, put them on the big hook. We can jug fish. I've lived in Arkansas.
Yeah.
So you can jug fish there. You can't do that in Wisconsin.
No, it's illegal.
You know? But they got some big catfish.
Yeah.
In Arkansas.
But it's hard to fish here in Bradenton, unless maybe on the causeways it might be easier. But it's not that great at saltwater fishing here.
Well, I don't even have a knife or a pan or anything. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm
and
not
there's a lot of
to...
on the saltwater. There's a lot of regulation.
Yes.
Where if you catch like a snook, it's by season.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't even know what a snook is.
Yeah, you'd have to learn all the. There's a lot of regulation for fishing.
Yeah.
So.
I can get a fishing license, but again, what would be the point? I have no means to clean them, cook them. Yeah. I'm not set up to camp. This is everything I own.
Gotcha.
And I just sleep wherever I can, try to avoid people, but it's so hot. Can't get to sleep till midnight.
Why not have a little tent in the woods or something? It's just
it'd be way too hot.
Too hot.
This time of year? Oh
yeah, impossible.
Well, my old tent is sitting right over there.
Yeah.
What's left of it, but I gave it to Bree and Trey.
Yeah.
And they destroyed it.
Okay. But it's crazy to think that this is a suburban area here, right? Mm-hmm. You're practically almost in Lakewood Ranch. It's a suburb.
All right.
And I mean, for anything on that side of the highway is Lakewood Ranch. You're in a suburb. And there's always homeless people panhandling here. It's crazy to think that in the United States, the economy and everything's so bad. There's so many people on the streets that even in a nice area, you have everywhere.
Well, it's because it's not safe for the people up here.
Yeah.
Are homeless, you know, the ones that you see up here are homeless, but they don't want to associate with the people downtown because it's
all drugs.
They're gone.
It's all drugs.
And all they do is steal things from each other back and forth. They just keep hitting with pipes.
Yeah.
You know, I was the 5th person at the time this happened a couple weeks ago. I was the 5th person it happened to in a 10-block radius of the Salvation Army. What?
Yeah, they fight. I've been out there. I was doing a video there at night, and a guy came up and started screaming they're going to shoot the whole place up. And I've been out there. I've done videos there. It's crazy.
They do shoot the whole place up.
I Uber drive. I drive Uber.
Yeah.
And I pick up guys that are doing the drops for the drugs. They'll hit up they'll send somebody in there with a crap load of drugs. It's insane how many drugs.
Oh, yeah.
So, but
and everybody's got their money waiting.
Right. But the cops know that the homeless people that are further out, they're not close to a source of drugs. So there is, but it's high-end stuff out here. That's why there's only, you see a few, like the girls you're talking about.
Yeah. That'd be Bree and Sam.
Yeah.
Trey's the kid on the skateboard. They're nice folks.
Yeah.
You know, but they don't want to.
They're not as far gone as the ones out there.
No, they don't want to get hurt. And so they choose to live out here and maybe not make very much flying, but they make enough to live. And you know, nobody's bothered me.
Yeah.
I'm a drinker, you know, but I just drink beer now.
Gotcha. So tell me about your beach day. So you hop on the bus. Is it free?
Yeah, you get on bus number 12, ride it around to Walmart and back out, and you get to DeSoto Station, and you jump on bus number 6 toward Coquina Beach.
Cool.
And
you get to the beach, and
an hour and 20 minutes later, and then you go swim for a little bit, half hour, and then you go back, wait for the next bus to come around, and you come do it all, get back out here, try and beg for some money for supper.
Yeah.
You know, And it's the laundry situation is terrible. There's nowhere to wash up here. There's a pool right there, but they kick us out of there the minute we go in there.
Oh yeah, I bet.
You know? Yeah. I don't have 180 to spend on a hotel room.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I don't know if it was just a place to clean up, but I heard they're making a homeless camp north of town because the governor did that law for October. It starts.
I don't think they're gonna do it. They might.
I think they're already. Yeah, and then they're gonna set up a city bus that'll run out there and back a few times a day in the morning.
Yeah.
To pick people up to get them into town for work.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. It'll be all fenced in, all the same tents, like like military.
Yeah,
setup.
yeah.
They did one in
Tampa.
Ybor City.
Yeah, I seen the one in Tampa.
I walked past it when I got to Tampa. That's where the bus station was when I got here.
I've seen that one.
I started hitchhiking and I got down here to the.
People
freeway.
actually gave you rides?
Yeah.
How long was it? Hard to get a ride or no?
No, I made it down here in about 4 hours.
Oh, people actually gave you rides hitchhiking?
Yeah.
How do you do it? Just flag people down or thumb up on the highway?
That's all I did. I was on 301, but then these guys jumped over to 75 and dropped me off on the exit there.
Oh, cool.
Gave me a 20, so I went and
sweet,
7-Eleven, got food and a couple beers.
So tell me the profile of the people that help you the most. Like, are they females, males?
No, it's just a wide variety. All different shapes and colors. And
working people or rich people cars?
Working people. No, rich people cars. Some do, but most don't.
Is it mostly working class people? Like, who is like the most
working class people?
Working class people.
You know, nice folks that work. Like there's the elderly living back there, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of those folks will come. One guy is on a scooter, and when he sees me, he'll bring me a meal.
Yeah.
You know. So, I mean, just so many, those are the ones that want to help, that are struggling themselves.
Gotcha.
You know, the rich people don't really, a few of them have been nice, but, you know, they give $1.
Yeah.
And I say, thank you, God bless you.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm appreciative for anything I get.
Gotcha.
You know, I've got change from a guy already.
Yeah.
You know, anything helps. If they're willing to stop and help, I say a little prayer for them. You know, I can be grateful. I have to remind myself to be grateful.
I did panhandling for just to know the experience.
It's hard.
It's very humiliating.
You gotta make the eye contact.
Yeah, it's very humiliating.
Yeah,
it's difficult. I did it for my YouTube channel since I work so much with the homeless and stuff. I wanted to know what it was like.
Yeah,
and it was the most humiliating and embarrassing experience of my life. Like I almost thought if I was
being dirty and trying to go into a store and everybody looks because I can smell you.
Yeah,
that's rough.
Yeah. For me, it was like, I feel like if I was homeless, I would almost go rob somebody before I panhandle because, like, it felt so embarrassing to me. Yeah. Like, it really bothered my ego to do it. But I did it for my YouTube channel.
I would rather, I don't steal. I'm not gonna rob nobody. I know what that feels like, you know.
Yeah. No, I get, but I'm saying, like, I know I'm saying, like, that's what it felt.
It's easier just to do it. Yeah.
It is. It felt more almost humiliating to have to panhandle.
Yeah.
Than it did.
Oh, I totally get what you're saying. I know when I first started doing it, I wasn't any good at it, and I felt so small. Yeah. But what are you going to do if that's the only way you have to eat?
What are some of your health challenges that you said? You said you're disabled.
My knees are shot. Yeah. They gave me a disability for dual diagnosis.
Okay.
For chronic alcoholism, and then my mental health, my panic anxiety disorder.
Yeah.
But you know, it's the one thing I got. I might not have food, but I've got my Lexapro and my pills to help with if I'm not on them and I hear a car door slam, I almost come out of my own skin. And so that's why, hence the drinking and the drugging back in the day. That now they got these crazy new drugs and people are dropping like flies.
Oh yeah, man,
I'm not
crazy.
interested in any
of that.
No,
they're zombie out.
Yeah. No, I see them walking around.
They zombie out. It's crazy.
No thanks.
Gotcha. So, in the 6 months you've been in Florida,
this time,
do you think, especially with the new laws that are coming in, where you won't be able to sleep in public and all that, like, do you think it's going to be more difficult to be homeless? Like, have you thought about leaving? Or,
I wanted to go back up to Illinois.
Yeah.
But now it's a little late in the year already. And by the time I work my way up there, if I could get up there, then, then I'd have to start coming right back down somewhere not to freeze to death.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of help up.
So basically, because Florida has warm weather during the winter, it's almost impossible to eliminate homelessness here.
Yeah, because people have to live somewhere.
They have to live somewhere.
You know, and the minute they find their, you know, meet other people, a lot of them haven't tried certain drugs, but now everybody's doing it, so they're like, oh, you know, this is what you do, okay.
Gotcha. Have you ever been arrested in Florida?
No.
No? Do the cops ever bother you?
Yeah.
They do?
Yep.
But nothing, they haven't arrested you yet, so it hasn't really been, it hasn't escalated to a problem.
No.
No.
No, they tell you to leave, you know.
That's it.
Burp, burp, beep, beep, you know, get out of there, you know, they don't want you flying.
I'm going to repeat the question. Is there anything that you would like, you know, to make your life better?
I just like my life back.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a beer in the morning just to be able to eat food. I don't want to have to wait till midnight, pour and sweat all day just to try and get a couple hours of broken sleep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, wherever I can, you know. I just want a chance.
Yeah.
That's what I thought the Salvation Army was going to do for me.
No, they charge you.
Yeah, $15 a day.
Yeah. People think it's free. That's the crazy thing about it.
It's not free.
It's free in other states, but it ain't in Florida.
I don't even know if it's free in other states anymore. It's been a year since I stayed at one.
It's definitely not free in Florida.
I just can't do this. I don't want to be homeless.
Yeah.
I don't have an excuse like, oh, well, I'm a drug addict and blah, 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 you know.
I mean, I got friends that drink a lot, but they got a place and stuff, but they're in a better situation.
Well, I used to drink a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know? And I just took it too far.
Gotcha.
Like everything else.
A compliment. I mean, you're dressed fairly clean. You are. You got good shoes. You're not dirty.
3 months to get these.
Yeah.
3 months to $100 Skechers.
Yeah.
3 months because I'm size 15.
Oh wow.
So I can't get them at Walmart or nothing. I had that guy from church ordered them for me.
But I think at Ross or something.
Dress for less.
Dress for less, or even the Nordstrom. I know it sounds expensive, but the Nordstrom rack, they can't sell the 15s because they're too big. So if you go to the clearance rack, sometimes you can find them for like $15.
Really?
Yeah. It's called Nordstrom. It's a fancy store. Don't get me wrong.
I've heard of it.
They're on the next. They're on University. It's a fancy store, right? They're right by the exit. Yeah, next exit.
I've never been.
Okay, University next. It's called Nordstrom Rack. It's fancy. But if you hit up, yeah, it's a fancy store. But the big shoes, they just can't sell them. I mean, they put them in clearance because. Same thing with Ross or Bells. I don't know about Bells, but
I'd call them up.
Yeah.
And ask if they have anything. Do you guys have any size 15s? Like discounted on the
clearance rack, and they're real. They'll go and look. But
saves me the trip because I don't know how I'd get down there.
Yeah. It's
Sarasota. The buses aren't free. Just here, man.
Yeah.
That's why I've never been to Sarasota.
Yeah. Do you have a phone? Uber can be used to get around, but it's like $5-6 for a good ride.
I don't have any money on the
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, it's difficult.
Gotcha. And I don't have any internet, so
I gotcha.
Sit by the public.
Get the Wi-Fi.
I can sit there and at the tables and use the Wi-Fi. The manager.
Well, the thing is, like, you don't have a bad demeanor. You don't. Like a lot of homeless people.
The Lexapro helps.
Yeah, a lot of the homeless people, they get with their self-care and their hygiene, they get so bad that they become a nuisance. You know.
Yeah, that's what I smell. I can smell myself.
I don't smell you. But anyways, that will help because, like, especially like you don't have you don't have scars on. I can see you don't have scars on your hands.
No, I'm not.
You're not shooting up. Like I can see. Yeah. Gotcha. Do you have any skills, like things you know how to do? Work?
Painted for about 20 some odd years. I've been a painter.
Painter.
My knees and everything's too shot to roof.
So
I've done roofing, farming, and all that. But now I'm limited as to what I can physically do.
Gotcha.
And the jobs that I could get easily, you know, where it'd be like, say, working for Goodwill.
Yeah.
You know, I could get a job for them.
Yeah.
You know, and be in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
But they don't pay enough. So where would I?
Most money somebody's ever given you.
Ever?
Ever.
$200.
What?
Just before New Year's.
200. What do you do with it?
I went to there's a cheaper motel back behind here.
Yeah.
In Publix, so I stayed there for 2 days.
Wow.
Showered 5 times.
All right.
Yeah, some people are real nice, especially around the holidays.
Yeah.
I'd rather work for it.
Gotcha.
But if you gotta get a good hit, that's a good hit.